Do you get tired of people asking you about coffee, Kyle?
He loves
If
coffee.
one more person,
The good news is,
where to God?
I don't know that I've known
love
anyone, you and David love coffee more
I
than
love coffee.
anyone.
I really
That's
love it.
really a job requirement.
Yeah.
Without question. I would never have been hired if I didn't like coffee.
Cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee, please.
I was wondering if I might trouble you for a cup of strong black coffee.
Damn good coffee. And hot.
AJ Cooper loves coffee.
It's so profound and so subversive for so many people and artists and fans, is that he taps into these things that are iconic and hold mythology to him, even a cup of coffee, that perhaps feel iconic in this American way, but he's always interested in what's under the surface.
Yeah, it's greater than just a cup of coffee. It's greater than just the car. It's greater than just the leather jacket. Whatever it is, it's many things.
Yeah.
I mean, he combines them in such an interesting way and stretches them out and tells that story. He called and said he had something he wanted to talk to me about, but he said he couldn't speak about it over the phone. So I met with him in his hotel in New York, and he said what he was planning to do, and asked if I was going to go on that ride. And I said, of course not. I wouldn't, it's not going to happen. No, I said, I'm in. I said, didn't hesitate. So, and he said, and I was very excited.
And how about you, Laura? Would you do scripts or just a phone call or a...
No, I mean, we would have a ritual of having cappuccino together, and within that ritual, you feel when he's creating in a completely different space. Like excited about a gallery opening, and he's working on his art, and suddenly something started to shift, and I was like, hey, what's going on with you? And he would say, I'm cooking got something, I can't talk about it yet. But there was sort of I felt like there was sort of a 6-month period where clearly he was entrenched, and then he would start to describe a world. I don't know if I'm the luckiest person in the world or he's not gracious at all with me, because he doesn't ask me. He just goes, and then you're gonna be there. I was like, okay. So I don't really get asked. Yeah, but
Yeah.
by the way, he doesn't even need to give me a heads up. He just tells me where I fit, and I'm thrilled to show up. I would say from day one, certainly my experience, with a word or a glance, you seem to somehow know what he wants, and it's the most unparalleled experience because of it. But
Yeah.
what about
same
you?
thing. I sometimes tell the story where I will walk over after a take and kind of walk close by. He's in this chair, and we're just kind of sort of no words, just sort of thinking about it, and then I'll kind of like yeah, and then we'll go back and do it again. Nothing spoken, just kind of a look and like it's weird. I just missed the working relationship with David so much, and so the first day was like it's just pure joy. We picked the show up 25 years later, so there are, obviously the characters, you go through changes, so I'm different than I was when I did Cooper, and Cooper is different. So those trajectories will be the same.
Laura, for you, were you intimidated at all to come into this new world?
Not intimidated, but certainly unfamiliar in terms of the world, but it's home whenever you're with David. And I speak for Kyle and I, but I also speak for someone whose first day it is with David, or a crew member who hasn't worked with David. I mean, he creates an environment that is so familial. You do feel like somehow you're visiting a relative when you're on set with David. Very rarely, unfortunately, the experience of film is as extraordinarily unified as a David Lynch set. I mean, where everyone feels so privileged to be there, and we're all a team of collaborators working together. You think everything should feel like that, but they don't always have that beautiful tone to them, and David creates that. So I think everyone does feel instantly safe. I've watched David with, as I know you have, with an actor that shows up first day and, oh my God, it's David Lynch, and he's like, okay, buddy, come right over here. Now we're gonna do this, and we're gonna, and you just see someone light up and feel so trusted, even though they're just stepping into this world, that they are their bravest self, and they suddenly feel comfortable trying stuff and not worried about if it's working or not working. Like, they leave that to him because he creates that kind of energy. Wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever crew member, whatever you're doing on it, you feel that instantly. And Kyle and I have known each other forever, so it really felt like home, even though I knew Kyle, but I didn't know Coop. I mean, maybe I was lucky because I wasn't trying to match anything or know anything. I just was invited to their party, and it was a great privilege.
I always feel like it was the fans who actually were able to make this happen. I say because they kept beating the drum, sometimes it was fainter than others, but it got to the point where we were all reminded, golly, it has been 25 years, and I think even, David and Mark, and they were sort of, I think sometimes out of that, there came this, I wonder, and I think from there they were able to find a way back in. So I always say it was the fans that sort of helped push it along.